These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Morning, Skippy.
Mood now. Legit now? Is this legit?
No, not really. Not totally.
Oh, damn.
We're getting there though, and we're close. We're on the air.
We're close to being legit.
People listen to us, or at least have us on as background noise. I'm not sure that they really listen, but they're there.
We'd like to think they do.
It's going to be like 68 degrees over here on the west side of the state today.
Yeah, we're only in the mid 50s. We don't hit our 60s until tomorrow.
We got a 71 on the forecast this week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
However,
nice.
I will say this: the temperature for the weekend is beautiful here, absolutely gorgeous, upper 60s. While I'm in Las Vegas,
Ooh.
the temperatures on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are all in the 50s. It will be warmer here in Michigan than in Las Vegas.
Ooh.
So my February winter spring break weather bad luck continues. So in Las Vegas,
Ooh.
I've seen it snow twice in Las Vegas.
Did you really?
Yep, sure have.
Interesting. That's okay then.
I mean, they do average like an inch a year. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's that uncommon.
I mean, an inch a
In
year.
my-
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
No snow though. We should be okay in the overnight hours. So. Yeah.
Still,
Pam is listening live, and she says, "I listen."
I love Pam.
We all
Pam.
love Pam.
Pam's great.
Pam did not respond in a positive way to me saying I expected her at work on March 5th, 16th, since she was back in Michigan.
Well, I don't blame her. Pam, since you're listening, if you would like a nice, a better boss, let me know. You're more than welcome at my beautiful new trailer anytime you are wanting to.
You can't have a better boss than no boss.
Ooh, that's very true.
Yep.
But if you want anybody other than Josh, let me know.
So all the best wishes to Pam and her official
Yes,
retirement.
please.
Yes.
Yes.
I did send her our new menu for her input, and she provided some good, positive, constructive criticism. So, yeah. And I continue to try to figure out how the F TikTok works.
I saw your TikTok.
I can't seem to get the algorithm right. It blows my mind. I can't seem to get it right. Apparently, I have the mind for Facebook, but not for the TikTok. So our typical views, we get stuck at like 250. Whatever, we're working on it. So the same menu post that I posted on our Facebook Reels, which got 2,800 views, whatever. I throw that on the TikTok, and we get 8. It is our lowest viewed TikTok that we've ever had.
Yeah, but it's a TikTok.
I know, but we always, so typically it's a 230 to 250 in the first 2 hours. Like it pushes out in front of people the first couple hours. And if it gets interactions, then it'll keep pushing it out to people. That's the way it's supposed to work. So we usually top out at like 250. We'll get a couple of likes here and there, but nothing super engaging. Yeah. This one, we get a comment right away. We get a couple likes right away, and it just stops. 7, 8 views is where we ended up. So I don't know. I can't figure it out. I keep working on it.
But how many followers do you have?
94, something like that.
So are you not getting the views because of the lack of followers?
No, but all the other posts we do are 250.
Oh, so you're saying it's not showing up. Okay.
Yeah. So organically, you get like 250 organic. It's going to put it out in front of everybody on their For You page. As
Yeah.
you're scrolling through.
Yeah, for sure.
Random people, not necessarily your followers, just random people.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't get interaction, it's going to stop throwing it out there as much. If it gets interaction, it's supposed to kick in more.
Okay. Gotcha.
But
yep.
That's the way it's supposed to work. So I thought with a super engaging post, like, comment what you think, maybe we'd pop up a little bit more. And yeah, it baffled me. I don't know. We'll continue to work on it.
So to quick update, the food hall in Lansing that we were talking about off air. So Josh and I are going to meet for lunch tomorrow at a new food hall in Lansing. It's called the Shuffle. So it's basically they're going to have shuffleboard courts, and they also have a food hall inside. And there's actually a barbecue joint in there that we're going to go visit. But it looks pretty cool. Like it's over by Lugnut Stadium. It looks like just a big open barn. They do live bands. They have a bunch of events, but it'll be cool to see another food hall. I've been to the two in Detroit. They were interesting. I guess this one is owned by the same guy who owns the Detroit Shipping Company. So it's looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 restaurants and a bar. And one of the restaurants is called Taquitos AF. I love me some taquitos. But anyway.
Pam says that you are very funny.
Thank you.
She considered showing up at the Nordic Festival.
Oh, you should have. Should have watched me got my ass kicked. Speaking of that, I guess we can just jump right in.
Yeah, Skippy, how was your weekend?
Oh, so we didn't work the coffee shop. Well, I wished we did at times, because coffee shop is definitely slower than this. So we decided to venture 45 minutes.
Skippy, the only one that complains and wishes he was somewhere slower than busier.
Oh, Jesus. So this event was a Michigan Nordic Fire Festival. We have been asked to go 3 times. And for some reason or another, the first 2 times we weren't able to attend. Don't know why. It was just... So last year, I'll tell you, my generator was running my house because it was the ice storm day. And then a tree branch fell on my truck and broke my windshield. And nobody was open, so I couldn't get it fixed. Anyway, so this was the first time that nothing was going on. We could go. But of course, we decided to make it a little bit harder on ourselves and take the new trailer and get it licensed at the same time. So we ventured the 45 minutes northwest to the bustling metropolis of Charlotte, Michigan, and the Eaton County Fairgrounds. We got there, got parked, like everything was good, except it was cold. It was like, I don't know, 19 degrees with a -10 wind chill. Just great Viking weather, especially when you see all the garb that everybody had. It was really cool. So I start my generator, I turn on my stuff, and then I notice that my stuff turns like right off. I'm like, what the flip? So I go out and look at my generator. It says it's overloaded. I'm like, excuse me?
So you didn't do a test run with your generator?
Oh, I did. Yeah, that was last Sunday. Everything was good. Had everything running. Everything was flipping great.
All right.
My guess was it was either cold, like just way too cold, or because it was cold, everything was on starting watts. Like nothing was just kind of ready to go. So I let the generator run for probably a good 10 minutes first before I plugged it in. And we got through it, but I had to do that like 3 times. As the health inspector's in my trailer. Looking for hot water to wash his hands. Now, luckily, I had it plugged in at my house, so there was hot water in there. So he said, this is hot enough, we'll be okay. So I didn't take anything out of my old trailer. I bought everything new. So I bought new bleach, new test strips, new everything. Gordon sells bleach, and they sell like germicidal disinfectant. If you ever need to get it from Gordon's, don't get the bleach. It's not food service safe. Didn't know that. Luckily, he still passed me because I had to. He's like, just send me a picture of the bleach that I know you got it. I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we passed. Everything's good. Get my sticker in a week or so.
I didn't know there was a difference in bleaches.
Yes.
I'll be honest. And who would have thought something you get at Gordon's is not
exactly
food service rated? Yeah.
Like, why would they sell just eat your skin bleach? Like, I have no idea why. So anyway, everything I was cooking that morning before I left was taking forever. Like, pork normally comes off at 5 a.m. if I put it on at 8 p.m. at night, and it's good to go. Yeah, I didn't take this off until 8 o'clock in the morning. It went a full 12 hours. And that was 6 hours wrapped. It still took that long. So I got there, and the only thing that was done was chicken and pork, because that's what we were serving. I still had all the sides to put on the smoker. I still had sausages to put on the smoker. Yeah. So I did that. We got enough to make it work. And we proceeded to, as soon as 11 o'clock opened up and we opened our window, we had a line 10 deep. And my helper, who I love because she's my cousin, or my wife's cousin, but her memory is absolute the drizzle and shits. It is absolutely horrible. We were running out of stuff, and one of the things we put on there was a sausage topped with pulled pork and coleslaw and mustard sauce. Mm-hmm. We ran out of pulled pork. She's like, well, we don't have any pork left, but you can substitute a sausage if you want. I'm like, huh?
Like, you really a sausage?
like I don't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
And so it's called the hot sausage on sausage action.
Yeah, you get yes, exactly. Yeah, a little coleslaw in the middle, and you're good to go.
That's right.
So anyway, it was luckily. Oh, and I didn't have time to fill up my generator, so I showed up with like a half a tank. Because I had to be there by 9:30, and I got there at 9:34, and he yelled at me that I was late. So luckily, we have a listener, Chad, who decided he wanted to come down anyway to look at the new trailer setup, and he came. We ran out of forks. He grabbed forks for us. He manned the smoker because I still had more stuff to put on to sell because we were just running out. So, Chad, if you're listening to this from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so we did 212 tickets on Saturday.
Nice. 212?
212.
What was the... So I know your total sales for the 2 days.
Yes.
So you were heavier Saturday than Sunday?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So I thought your total tickets was like 300 and something, right?
Yeah, it was like 3 something or other. Well, I don't remember what I sent you, but yeah, so it was huge. By far one of our busiest festivals. The burger truck that was there, they didn't shut down until 8 o'clock. I underestimated probably the amount of food I could have cooked. Like if I would have not done chicken quarters, because those were, I mean, they sold out, but I only brought 30 of them. The other guy was doing like just meat that you eat with your hand. They had turkey legs, they had pork chops, they had
Viking food.
Yeah. The turkey legs were flipping huge, though. I tell you what. But I guess they take an hour frying.
Damn.
I didn't realize when I talked to him, he's like, "Yeah, we do an hour." I'm like, "Shit, that's a lot." He's like, "But we lasted."
Never had a good one from a fair.
He's like, "We lasted." I'm like, "Well, that's amazing, just to last."
Yeah.
They shut down at 8, and so from there we showed. I cooked. We were told Saturday was going to be slower, no matter what, just based off of the. Oh, my computer just froze. So if you
You're still good.
Okay.
Oh, your video froze for a second.
Yeah.
Got a
Get the
little
spinning wheel of death.
max headroom going on a little bit, but not bad.
So I cooked 6 pork butts on Saturday. I cooked 5 on Friday or on Sunday. Same amount of chicken, quarters, sausages, and we borderline sold out. I still had a bunch of sausage left, but that was about it. But it was just, I'm looking up what we did that day or yesterday, but square would just work. Anyway, yeah, we did over 300 tickets between the 2 days. It was still busy. It was still, I mean, from probably 1 o'clock to, well, probably 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it was 10 deep the whole time. There was no, but I set up the trailer on day 2 a little bit better. I was kind of reaching across my body a little bit. I was worried about plugging in. I didn't have the prep table going, but I had our other fridge going. This time, because it was warmer, I turned the prep fridge on, so I didn't have to reach across my body to get to the coleslaw. So everything definitely flowed smoothly. And then I grabbed another shelf for the boats because I was reaching across to get boats like over here, and then everything else was over here. So, yeah, other than that, it was great weekend. Definitely a great weekend.
Probably not the best event to roll out a brand new vessel, but
no, definitely not.
Good to get a good, nice, normal roadside day in to kind of figure out all those locations and stuff.
But I'll tell you what, it was good. Like, so yesterday was 125. And yesterday's ticket average was actually higher. It was $20. But we had a lot of big orders. I mean, people were just coming because it was the last day of the festival. So
I hate ticket averages at festivals.
I know. Yeah.
Day
before was 18.
You always get towards the parts of the day where you're just selling drinks because everybody else ran out of water or something.
Yeah.
You're the only one that has water left, and it's 12 straight orders of $2.
And that's funny is we didn't bring drinks day 1. I couldn't stop. I didn't stop and grab any. So we brought 3 12-packs and a case of water day 2 and sold everything.
Yeah.
To the point where my person who's in charge of the waters oversold 4 waters, so I had to give a refund back. I couldn't try to give them, 4 sausages or 4 more sausages, but anyway.
Refunds.
It's that memory thing,
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's where I'm at. So this week we were at the coffee shop on Thursday and Friday of this week. We're trying out a Thursday.
Okay.
And we are at a Columbia Central High School robotics competition on Saturday. That should be fun. Should be really good weather. And then a poker game.
You're playing poker?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I love poker. Haven't played in a long time though, so I'll probably be the fish. In the game of poker, you're either a shark or a fish, and if you don't know who the shark is, you're the fish. What?
Reading Pam selling buns for $1 a piece when someone ordered pork and wanted some buns. Regular white buns.
Oh.
I was like, Pam, what are you doing?
I would have. Why not? That's ingenious thinking. Or that's what.
So normally we're about 50 cents. We'll charge somebody 50 cents a bun, which is more than enough.
Yeah. I still like we talked about a while back. I still don't understand why people sell stuff by the pound because you lose money on it.
I think it was like an 8-pack of buns. That's just like just regular white GFS hamburger buns.
Yeah.
8-pack for $8.
So can we talk about hot dog buns real quick?
I guess.
Okay. So I came across a hot dog bun conundrum, right? So the Sara Lee restaurant style hamburger buns is what I use on the truck.
Is this
I cannot.
the father of the bride, Steve Martin, trying to buy 8 hot dogs and 8 hot dog buns?
No.
Okay.
So I have a new appreciation for GFS hot dog buns. Okay.
Okay.
So I have, like I said, I use the Sara Lee restaurant style hamburger buns. And I noticed that my local Sam's Club had the Sara Lee restaurant style hot dog buns. Those hot dog buns are junk. They're quality buns, and they're split, but they're still baked together. So you gotta still gotta tear them apart, and you gotta really open them, and it just takes like an extra 30 seconds just to throw a piece of meat in a hot dog bun. So I had to go back for more buns. So I got the GFS buns. They're individually packed and they're already cut. I was just grabbing a bun, and I didn't have to tear anything, didn't have to do anything like that. Just put a sausage in a bun. It was flowed so much better. Sorry. So I have an appreciation for GFS hot dog buns.
So we do here, people.
So if
This
you,
segment brought to you by GFS hot dog buns. If you need a place to put your wiener, go to GFS.
oh, can AI make a clip of that one? Oh, that's great. Anyway, no GFS, but if you'd like to sponsor us, you're more than welcome to. We are accepting sponsors. We'll definitely do a good bid on your hot dog buns quality.
Yeah, better than what that was. I mean,
Yeah.
We'll work on the copy.
Yeah, it's your wiener. It's not people's wieners. Anyway,
Yeah, don't put somebody. No, I'm not gonna go there.
don't. Yeah, don't force your hot dog bun on somebody else's wiener. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I have. What are you doing? I can't stop. I'm done. Okay, folks, podcast over. Josh is looking for backup right now. If you're on the YouTube watching,
trying not to get canceled.
It's YouTube. That was incognito.
We're marked for not for kids.
We're barely for adults. Anyway, sorry.
I didn't do anything this week.
You put a video about picking up dog poop.
That was a long time ago, dude.
Oh, that just came across my feed 2 days ago.
Are you just now on TikTok, or have you been on for a while?
Oh no, I'm
SPB&Js.
I'm on TikTok. Yeah.
It's interesting. Do you follow me?
Yeah, I think so.
It's interesting because that was a month ago. Like the first stretch that we had, that was not maybe a month, but it's been a few weeks.
Yes, it was a large bucket of frozen Tootsie Rolls.
Uh-huh. They weren't frozen. Those were
Tootsie
fully
Rolls.
thawed and
Scrumptious.
Some squishy, very wet yard and very squishy. Yeah. No, I didn't do much. I worked on the website a lot. Worked on our new menu.
New?
Well, yeah, we have print a new banner every year. So
okay.
We went with green. I don't know if you saw that portion of the reels. You didn't see that reel, huh? Here, let me show. Let me pull it up here.
You are very blurry, by the way.
I am?
Yes.
I don't know if my webcam is having a hard time with the sun right behind me, or I'm just blurry. It's the cold.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Screen. What does this button do? Oh, that works. Okay. Where is? Are you not going to let me show this tab? Oh, that's interesting. So I have it pulled up in Adobe Illustrator, and it's not popping as one of my. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me see if I can get this figured out here. Let's go there. Sure. So there. You can see it. You can't see it?
There it is. There it is.
Oh, okay.
I was frozen for a minute.
So yeah, we
Oh.
had yes.
Okay.
Say what you want to say.
The color.
Uh-huh.
I get that it's great. I get that it's green.
Uh-huh.
Will that against the
color of the
side of
truck?
your trailer? Will
I
that?
don't know. I don't know. We'll find out when it comes.
Oh, let's just fucking throw something against the wall and hope it sticks.
Well, it'll stick. Whether or not you can read it is a whole other question. Or if it gets lost on the side of the trailer. So our trailer is not this color green.
No, it's
more of a
neon.
true green.
Well,
No, it's more of a true green.
It's not a true green.
Yeah.
It's a neon green. I'm sorry. It is bright. This to me is a this is a true.
It's extreme green is the color it's called.
Oh, it's extreme.
Oh my god. Anyways, so they're not the
Pull
same.
up a picture of it. Let everybody see it.
Everybody has seen my trailer. Okay, so basically, though, the two greens are not the same color, so it should hold out. Okay. Regardless, there's enough print on here that it'll still stand out, regardless if it is the same color or not. But that was our reel yesterday. As we posted this one, the original black, and then a pink version of this, and kind of put it up what was the easiest to read. Because the problem we have is when it gets to dusk, you can't read the black. So you get to low light, and everything just kind of blends together because the pink, the colors of the text were so dark and the banner was so dark. And then if you throw light on it, because it's black, it's such a shiny, and you can't read anything there either. So we always had a huge problem when it got to dusk to dark time frame. So we're hoping this will make it easier to read during those hours. And we're working on getting some different lighting. So
I see there's a couple changes.
Yeah.
Or additions. We're doing rib tips.
Yep.
Okay, we're doing quarters.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We feel good about that?
Oh. It's on the menu now.
True. So we're keeping the Presley on there? It sells enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, on average, probably 4 or 5 a day. But there's no additional items for us to keep outside of peanut butter, which has a shelf life of decades.
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because we're not using organic, natural peanut butter, so
yeah.
It's
I noticed the Mootown Philly. You no longer do the Porktown one.
It's never the Porktown's never been on the printed menu.
Oh.
So we have it. People know that it's there.
Yeah.
We offer it when we run out of brisket. People say, "Oh, you don't have the Mootown." It's like, "Oh, we can do a Porktown for you." So it's in the register. We just don't put it on the menu. It was when it was a lot to have on here.
Yeah.
it still is, and it's still a very big menu.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad my sandwich is still there. Thank you.
Your sandwich?
Yeah, the Burt.
That is not your sandwich. You can
listen,
think that in your head, but it's not yours.
Listen, your dad and I think the same. That's our sandwich. So it could be that's the West Side.
He's right. He's right. You're not.
I'm first step is denial, bud. It's okay. Anyway, I was thinking about throwing the Josh on there, but we'll just if you don't want it, it's fine.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good.
That ego stroke.
The cowboy beans, I love. So over during this festival, one things I did, I called them Viking beans just because Viking, but whatever. They're beans and cornbread with pork on top, and everybody seemed to love it. I was pleasantly surprised that people love it.
We did that once without the. So we did cornbread with just beans and then onions and jalapenos. It's called the dirty cornbread.
Yeah.
Pam's barbecue dessert. Is what she calls it. Yeah, so QR code's been updated, so it links to everywhere now. Not
like
just
that.
our online menu, but all our social medias, the podcast.
So you created a
Everywhere.
tree.
Yep. So I used QR generator, and I pay per scan, but it's pretty small amount. I think I get a
Okay.
thousand for the first 1,000 are included in my yearly subscription of like $30 or $40 or whatever.
Okay.
And then I pay like 2 cents scan after that. I don't know that I've ever gotten over the 1,000 to
Yeah.
start yet, but yeah, you can have it so when you scan it, it just pulls up to like a web page, and then you can select which one you want to go to, and then it takes you to wherever. So,
And
um,
how big is this banner? How long is it?
yeah, 6 foot,
Okay.
6 by 3.
Okay. Interesting. Good. Good. I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep. So got all our prices updated. Um, Now, yeah, and then working on the online ordering part, which still has me. I don't know. I'm still back and forth on it. I don't like. Here's the part that I really, really don't like,
Talk to me.
and I can't find the spot to get it off of there, and maybe I can't. So when you go through the online ordering, and it says your pickup location,
Yeah.
it has the address of the business, which would be my house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You got to
which is not
change
where I
that.
want people picking up. You
You
can't.
got you got to change it every day.
No,
Can you have it? Let me ask you this: Can you have it read your Google address and change your Google
my
address every day?
I wouldn't want to do that either because I have to change it twice a day,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just the likelihood that it's not going to get done a day is high, or
Yeah.
that we're going to forget it's going to get missed, or um but I have in the notes, so on the shopping, so your cart notes and stuff, it says um whatever, you know see Facebook for pickup locations or truck locations and times, blah 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 blah, blah. So um I maybe it won't be an issue like I think it will be, and people will be smart enough
Hmm.
that if they're ordering food from us online, that
They
most
they
of
know
those
where
people
you're
are
going to be.
probably already customers of ours. Um, I don't know. We'll see. It's the one we won't know until we know. So, but it's something I'm going to keep a close eye on. That first person that sends me a text message or calls that says, "I'm at 4696." Where there's
Where are you?
ring the door. People just ringing my doorbell. I'm here to pick up my food. Um, so we'll see. I don't know. I hope it's not a problem, but all part of the test that we'll do. Yep. So that's what I did.
So for anybody
Yeah.
watching on YouTube, do we think that color? Oh, sorry, this color is going to blend in with the other color?
No.
Who's the cute little guy out there?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Terrorist. He looks like he's up to no good.
he does. Oh, that's him calling. He's asking for his ransom money. I do think we lost sales yesterday due to not having an open sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't bring our open sign with us. Oh, he's muting because those are coming out gobs.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, so by the way, I do know somebody that might be selling a smaller trailer if you're interested in Sweetgrass Express.
Besides yours?
No, it's not a porch
No.
trailer. It's an enclosed.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
a burger truck that he may be getting out of the game.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's a little topic. So, and this is for food trucks, restaurants, just entrepreneurial mindsets. You can be afraid of failure, but you have to overcome your fear of it fast. So Josh and I, we've talked about this numerous times in the very beginning of the podcast, but since we're kind of going into a new season, My whole goal with year number 2 was that people were going to come back and they were going to remember me. But it's like when I went out for that first month of that second season, I was scared out of my mind that nobody would want me out or nobody would come back, or, I knew the food was good, but was it just a fad? Was I just the new guy that people wanted to try?
It's really easy to get somebody to your truck once.
Yeah, it's hard to have them keep coming. That's why I feel so humbled. I'm not too much of a religious person, so I can't really say blessed, but you know what I mean. When I see people come back over and over and over again, that makes my day. Anyway, but failure is the thing, and there are times where you're going to question yourself: is this worth it? Is what you're doing the right decision for you? And really, only you can make that decision. However, my advice is don't give up. I saw a post of a local food truck here. It's a burger truck. So I don't know if burger trucks are a dime a dozen, kind of, but I feel barbecue trucks are almost a dime a dozen now. But he posted something about that he felt emotionally and financially drained, and he was tired of going out and not making money. At the end of the day, you're the one who chooses where you go. If people are selling food and you're not wanting to, or not, sorry, if people are charging events or prices for these events and you don't want to go or you don't want to pay the price, don't go. And that's biggest the biggest thing. Just watch yourself. The first year I took whatever event I could because I was trying to get the name out. I knew there were times that I probably wouldn't make a lot, but it was about getting the name out. The second year I focused on events I did the year prior that were good and tried to make new locations. And this year I'm doing a little bit of both again. So I don't know. What do you think about that? What's your advice for people that are thinking like, is it time? Do I want to give up?
I think it's all expectations and initial expectations, and people think they're going to hop in and be making money right away. Um, it takes time for most people. Um, sure, there's trucks that are making mad money from day one, but that's rare. Kind of like people going viral on the internet. There's people that make a living doing YouTube videos and stuff, but that's rare.
Mm-hmm.
Very rare. It's very hard to do. Um, so, kind of along the same lines, for YouTube people, it takes 2 years before you know if it's going to work, kind of thing. 2 years of consistent dedication and work. Um, and for food trucks, I think it's the same way. That first year is, yeah, we're the new kid out there. We're hip, we're cool. Everybody's going to try you. The second year is where you kind of figure out what's what. Um, it was different for me because of COVID. Our first full time year was the first year of COVID. Um, so we didn't have a good litmus test until last year, our fourth season. Really, that's when we kind of saw festivals really back to normal, attendance at places back to normal. Um, we were past where festivals were now a new kind of thing because everybody was locked down for so long. So you had a burst in festival attendance that first year. Everything opened up. So last year we're kind of back to normal, kind of. So for us, that was kind of the year. We still saw growth. We've had double-digit growth every year. But coming off of COVID, it's easy to do. When we went from a mostly full-time season in 2020 to a full-time season, yeah, we had huge growth. Last year we ended up at about 10%, I think, give or take. 10, 11, I think. So this year we're kind of hoping for, 20%. Fran, part of the benefit to your podcast is reassurance, support, answers, and suggestions. Thank you, Fran. Can't wait to come to your food truck someday. You'll be running the PB&J's Express truck. Yeah, I mean, it's always a struggle.
She's too happy.
So I don't know if you get talked to by people that are looking to start food trucks, like on your day-to-day roadside sales. It happens from time to time. And, it's like, wow, you guys are busy all the time. You guys must making bad money and stuff. It's like, no.
See, that's the thing.
We're
hate,
still open.
That's the one thing I hate. And I probably will always hate it is if you're thinking about opening a food truck, that's fine. Do it for the dream. Don't do it for money. Like it. Okay, listen, but it's like because restaurant, yeah, and I get that, but you should also have a savings at least to tide you over. At least should. Okay. Anyway, I'm saying the right way to do it, not the way we did it. Okay. So, but I use the same thing that you told me on day one when I came and worked with you, is you're never going to be 100% ready. If you keep talking yourself, you're either going to talk yourself into it or talk yourself out of it. Just jump, just be like a frog and leap. But the one I hate when people say, "Oh, you must be making a ton of money." I'm like, yes, we're making money. Great. And that's what every business should be is a money maker. Now, if you're losing money, you shouldn't be doing it, or you should find a different way to do it. But
yeah,
for me, it's about the dream. I've been cooking barbecue since 2012. I know since then that I've fed some people some pretty horrible, excuse my language, but pretty horrible shit when I was trying to learn how to do it in the very first place. And to me, this is a dream. It's still, I wake up every day. I got asked yesterday. So Hard Knocks food truck over, he used to be co-owner in a barbecue restaurant, and he was one of the food trucks there. He came over and actually helped me with my steam table, which I appreciate. Lee Burmester, Hard Knocks food truck. I appreciate it, buddy. Don't know if he listens. But anyway, he looked at me like straight faced. He's like, "Do you still like cooking barbecue?" And I'm like, yeah, I still do it. I still like it, and do I have to like it? I mean, it's my way of living, but if there's a time where I'm going to be tired of it, what do I do next? So I can't afford to be tired with it. It's my dream. I got to keep the dream moving.
All right.
Sorry, that was my rant.
No, you're good.
I just hate
there's days I don't like it. I still love it. Love and like are not the same things. Well, I love my wife, but I don't like her every day. There's moments where we don't like each other. Doesn't mean we don't love each other.
True.
There are moments where I don't like my job. They don't usually last very long.
I haven't had that. I haven't had that moment yet.
You haven't had a day where you just like, I don't want to be here. I've turned into a very positive person. Like I try that doesn't mean you don't have a grass is greener somewhere else. Like we did a fundraiser at a golf course it was a scramble, and we're there serving at a golf course. I'm like, I miss.
You really just want to be out golfing?
I miss the days where I could just go golfing. I could take a day off of work and go golfing. Now I take a day off of work and I'm closing the truck. It's not a $40 round anymore. It's $1,000 round, and I'm not.
But see, okay, so here's the thing, and it's probably the difference between you and me, is that's monetary related. It's not anything. If I have somebody asking me if I want to go play golf, I don't have to take the truck out. That's the thing, is it's part of the dream. If you want to continue to, we can't
all be independently wealthy, Skippy. Some of us has bills to pay and employees that depend on the truck being running.
That's the part. The second part of what you just said is absolutely correct. You do have those people. I don't. So you're right. I'm lucky in that fact, and I get it. But
No, I mean, yeah. So, like I said, those moments are, yeah. It's like, oh, I'd
They're
rather be doing this today.
yeah,
You know,
okay.
I'd rather we're at a park that has a beach where people are, there's a lake next door that people are out having
You want to
fun.
jump in your Speedo and go for a
Yeah.
dip. I get it. I completely understand.
Right. But I enjoy my life. I enjoy what I do. I am passionate about cooking barbecue. I still have days where, for whatever reason, the planets align and shit comes out spot on, magnificent, the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. And those days are awesome, But yeah,
And that's
Justin
the
says
and that's the hold on, and that's the day that 3 people come by and taste it, and you just have a really
our
crappy day.
slowest day.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that happens every time.
It's like you turn out less than stellar, and it's the busiest day you've had. You turn out stellar, and you're sitting there begging for people to come, hiring a sign tosser.
Ribs get a little bit overdone. The sugar kind of over caramelizes, and all of a sudden, first 2 people buy 6 racks of ribs. Like, fuck. Today was the day I was okay not selling any. Justin says his goal is to hand off his truck. Mine too. Which is why I have the people that I have in place. And if I want to go take a day off, I can do it now. I have Chris. I have Caleb. I had Pam. There's a standing Tuesday in June that I've had since we've opened. That is a day off for me that I go play my dad's scramble event. So yeah, I mean, I have the opportunity. Usually when I say those types of things, it's in the moment. Like like we're at a beach and you're looking out at people having fun.
Oh yeah.
For me, I can't. Like at my old office job, you work a half day and it's like the nicest day. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna take this half day off.
Oh yeah, I get it.
And you can walk away and not think about it. Those are the parts that make me miss my previous life a little bit from time to time.
Oh,
Bad
for sure.
Vacations and benefits, 401k matching, retirement. But yeah, I love what I do. I still have never slept through an alarm or I have overslept once. But I don't hit my snooze button ever, during the season.
I mean, 3:00 does come early. That be honest with you, I get a little issue with that,
but yeah, for people, I think people think it's an easy way to make money. That it's quick, that it's a good turnaround. I am working way more hours than I have ever worked, and I'm working harder than I've ever worked in my life.
Yep.
But I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So, as long as I can financially support the business and myself, I will continue to do it. When the day comes, or if the day comes that is no longer the case, and for whatever reason the market shrinks, or I am no longer matching expectations of customers, and then I'll figure something else out. Whether that's just a shift in what we cook, or a total career shift, we'll see. But my wife said my goal for this weekend in Vegas was to make $4 million, so that she could retire and we could retire early. So I'm taking like $500. So we'll see.
I love how it was exactly 4 million. Like, and you need 4 million.
I don't think
you still got 2 toddlers running around.
I know.
You need a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
2 toddlers. You got a total of 4 college funds. I mean, you got 4 cars to buy.
I'm not positive it's 4 college funds.
Listen, I understand what you're talking about, but
I don't know what Alex is doing. She has no clue.
Well, whatever it is, she'll be great at it.
She's somewhere between no college and a medical degree, so
that's quite a step. that's
She likes psychiatry. So, yeah.
Well, what psychologist or psychiatrist is like 3 less years of school for one of those.
Yeah, but you have access to drugs if you're a psychiatrist.
True. True.
And that's why you need the extra 3 years.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay. So basically our goal to everybody is rub some dirt on it, tough it out, and get back on your
Yeah,
truck the next day.
not everybody is built for this life. Um, yeah, the
Do
success
the
rate.
do the little things. Like, okay, so do the little things. Like this person's food truck. I notice they go to the same place over and over. If it's not working, don't go back to the same place. Or if you're if you're talking about, like, in our town, we have events that don't cost anything or cost little to do, but you're not signing up for them. There's events that are free that you're not signing up for. So are you really doing everything in your power to make your business, whether it be a food truck or anything, successful? Because at the end of the day, it's not the people, it's you. It's the people, it's the operator or the entrepreneur that you have to do. You have to work on your business 16 hours a day, and hopefully you can eat, sleep, and poo the other half.
Um, so here's the other thing: you don't have to enjoy all the parts of your business. If there is a part of your business that you are either really not good at or just loathe doing that takes away from all the other joy of your business, hire somebody else to do it. It's worth the money, and it'll let you focus on the things that you love and the things you're passionate about, and your business will grow. The hardest part is taking that step to hire the person so that you can focus on the things that you're better at. And hopefully it's not cooking, because you did start a food truck. But,
Right?
if you're horrible at scheduling, if you're horrible at sales and talking to people about setting up for your locations and stuff, and you just pick the things that you found right away and you're sticking with them so you don't have to do that again and have to hear no 14 times a day, then hire somebody to do that for you. Hire somebody part-time to work 10 hours a week and make phone calls and find spots for you to go. Hire somebody to do your social media, and make it, do it minimum wage, and then have metrics behind growth for bonuses. You know, if we grow our followers by this amount, if we have this amount of engagement, here's what you get paid. Do those kind of things to improve how people see you and how easily they see you. So offload the things you're not good at, and it makes the rest of the job a whole lot easier. Or the things you don't have time to do, like Skippy, who struggles hiring people, but he's getting there.
It's not it's a struggle. I can't say it's not. It's a struggle.
Justin says it's still work, and some days I don't want to work, and I hear that.
True.
There's days I love cooking barbecue, but there's still days I don't want to work, and you don't always have those opportunities to not work. So,
yeah,
so we do our schedule, and yes, we can build in those days off, and we do have days off in our schedule. The days after holidays and stuff, we're closed. We take a couple extra days around 4th of July. But you still have those days that pop up that you're like, I just don't want to work today. You still get burned out. You still love cooking the barbecue or cooking whatever, but they're long days and it gets tiring.
Yeah.
And there's some days you're like, I could really just go for a nap today.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. I've got those days.
I wouldn't mind sitting on my couch today in the air conditioning, popping on some boob tube, and watching some TV and having a couple beers and just not doing anything today. So, and it's not that we don't love our jobs. But, sorry.
So one thing about my new air conditioner in my trailer.
Yeah.
So it has a heat pump in it too, so I can have heat, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all controlled by an app on my phone. Okay. So yesterday, it got as high as 72 in the trailer.
Whew,
It's
it's
it's a little
toasty.
it's a little toasty in there. Like I had to go outside just to feel a little bit, but I got to figure out when I can open the vents that I had put in the top and suck some of that air out. But the problem is it was windy outside, so they opened the window, and it's like, okay, if I'm pulling air out of the trailer, is it just going to act like a flue and pull the wind from
Oh
there and
yeah,
up and give my helper
yep.
pneumonia?
That's why you have hire more multiple people, so that way when you kill one, you got one ready to
I
come in.
got yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So yeah, yeah. Stick with it,
Push
people.
through, push
Push
through,
through.
push through,
Don't give up until you're completely broken or completely broke.
and even then, go out one more day because
One more.
it might just be the best day you ever had.
Yeah, it's like
You know,
playing golf. You know, you hate the thing so much, and then you hit that one good shot,
you're like, oh
and
yeah, I
you're ready
can
to
do
go
this.
play. You're ready to go for another round.
It don't matter.
Yeah,
It don't matter if it's the last shot of the day. It could be the
yep,
last shot of the day where you have no more holes to go. Oh, I'm good, done.
yep,
I'm beating you all, and you're down 17 strokes.
yep.
I'm
It's,
I'm getting an eagle on a par five, and you end up shooting what 12.
yeah. And if you don't get some sort of goosebumps or just sheer joy from somebody eating your food and smiling and pure pure enjoyment out of them, then you shouldn't be in the business either. Get out
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Best the
You
best thing
present
is
your
going to a 2 day festival and having the same people come back for double or for making
yeah.
multiple trips to your truck, knowing there's other places they could go. They thought so highly of what you put out. It could be the simplest thing in the world. We all know our recipes are super simple. Like anybody could, realistically, anybody could put our recipes together. Um, but it's the passion we have to push it through and to put it in. And
Absolutely.
if you show it, like I'm all about presentation, right? So no matter what I do, if I'm putting a sandwich in a 2 pound boat, you better be damn sure I'm putting that top bun on a little bit of an angle so when it comes out, everybody can see what it looks like. And I love now having two windows. Like our old
Mhm.
trailer had the one, we just used the middle. This one has two, and I can send it out and I have somebody ordering and they look at what you just sent out and they're like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
This is the first time ever we did barbecue Sundays. And there might be something to them. I don't know. But
Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer. It's the only thing I can come up with. But
Here's my suggestion on anybody that does the barbecue Sundays.
don't use mashed potatoes.
Why not? They're cheap.
They are, but I hate mashed
Mike
potatoes.
Robinson, if you're listening, I'd love to have you come in on this conversation. It is one of my favorite drunk Mike Robinson conversations I've ever had at a barbecue contest.
And who's Mike Robinson for people who don't know?
The owner and operator of
Smoke of the
Smoking in
D.
the D was a competition team and now does some catering.
Listen, he's the chief dishwasher. The CEO is Denise. So
That's
let's
right.
get it's his wife. Anyway, you were
What was
saying,
I
sir.
saying before that? I don't remember. What was I saying?
It
Oh,
was a drunk conversation.
no. We're not going to get into that because that's all food costs and stuff.
Oh,
And some of his questionable ingredients.
Jesus. And now we're going to throw Mike under the bus. Okay, go ahead.
No, great food. Mike is a hell of a cook and really good food. Anyways, what I would do if I were going to do these is I would take my little bottle of barbecue sauce, and before I put anything in that cup, I would just do a little drizzle on the inside of the cup, halfway down.
Yeah,
So that way, as you're filling it, it just looks so. All those things. That's the problem we have with some of our other stuff is all the colors are the same.
yeah,
Like a brisket sandwich does not photograph well.
no,
Because you can't see the sauce because it's
all
all
dark.
so dark and they just don't photograph well. And with that, it's all light brown or white. So I would just do a little drizzle on the side of the cup just to give it a little bit of pop. Maybe even put in some jalapenos halfway, or I don't know if you don't do jalapenos or whatever, but I would do some sort of maybe red onion or something just to give it something
Yeah.
visually different halfway up. My 2 cents.
Well, so we started doing that halfway through, or we started doing that on Sunday. So
Well, then take a different picture.
Yeah, we made the first round, so the 3 layers, and then I put sauce in, and then we made the second layer, and then I put sauce on the top.
Yeah.
So we could have.
If nothing else, you're going to help with moisture by the time you get down to the bottom. Are you doing beans in yours?
Yes. So we did mashed potatoes, pulled pork, and beans, a little bit of sauce, and then mashed potato, pulled pork, and beans, a little bit of sauce.
Are you doing a slotted spoon for the beans?
No.
Okay. They
Everything
didn't look
was
super saucy.
Well, it was a small spoon.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to get a little extra gravy in there too from the beans.
Yeah, it was more of my disposable spoons versus actual dishwashing spoons.
All right, cool.
Still forgetting things.
Yeah, it was a good test run for you. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Threw something out there on the Facebook about specials, and again, it's weird the things you throw out there that get the reactions that they get. Turned out to be a really good conversation about specials, and no one really talked about the actual question, but more just about how they use specials and stuff. So I guess my original question was, is it okay when you do a special, is it okay to take a little bit of a hit on food costs? Not losing money, but where we normally aim for 25%. Is it okay to go 35%, 40% because it's a special item? Or do you charge more and try to get it down to like a 15%?
Okay. Weird
for me,
thing.
It's all about.
Were you and I just talking about this?
I don't know.
Because I could have swore I just had a conversation with somebody about it. All right, sorry, go ahead.
That
was weird.
So for me, it's cost of customer gain. For us, it's a way for, I don't know, to get customers continued interest in the truck. What's new for the day or whatever. So for some of it, we're not as tight on our food costs as we would like to be for those items, but they're also going to buy something else when they come. They're not just getting that item and nothing else. So it all balances out. But still, for that customer, our food cost is going to be a little bit higher than a normal customer. Per se, for instance, right? Now, Bubba says that he likes to use, so when he has brisket left over for the day or pork left over for the day, he uses that going for the next day, and he'll make a special out of that, which I get too, and then somebody else had said that they actually charge more for specials because it's a special limited time only type of thing. Mm-hmm. So they think they can charge more for that item. And then there was the other comment about, then it becomes, so now you're at a economies of scale type of thing. So is it better to charge more and sell less, or charge a little bit less and sell more? At what point does the math work out for economies of scale? We're charging less, so you're going to make a little bit less per customer, but you're going to sell twice as many because it's a better price point. So where's that line at, and how do you approach that? Skippy, what's your view on pricing specials? Do you go high or do you go?
No, I realistically go the same.
Yeah.
I mean, for some people it might be considered high, but so typically, you have, in the restaurant business, you have a loss leader. Like, why do ready restaurants do 50-cent wings when wings are like all-time high right now? Again, because it's something that brings somebody in. So if you're buying, let's say, I'm going to use round numbers just for argument's sake. You buy 100 wings. You buy 100 wings for $100, so they're $1 a wing, right? So why would you sell them for 50 cents? Well, it's a loss, but it brings people in. But on the truck, it's all about food cost. So it's like you buy 100 wings for $1 a piece, and you got to sell them for. Are you going to be able to sell them for $2 a piece? That's a 50% food cost minus, realistically, I mean, you got rub or you got seasoning and stuff like that, but that's the thing. So wings are like a 50% food cost, sometimes even higher. I do see other trucks selling them for, you know, $1.50, $2 for, even 4 for $6 or something. But wings are a classic case of what you're talking about as far as higher food cost goes.
Yeah. I mean, and especially for wings, when they get to that price per case, we don't even do them.
Yeah, it's
So
hard.
we'll kind of do it that way. So for in the past, for us, specials have been a lot of what can we get at a good price right now. So sale items on raw products and stuff like that. Let's try to do something with those type of thing. So
Yeah. So with me, it's like I find I go to Costco or I go to Sam's and I find like one of those dips. Like they always have dips on the end cap.
hmm
Like they have Sam's right now has a smoked brisket dip by a company called Taste of the South.
hmm
So I've been throwing around stuff. What can I do with that? So could I use it as a spread on a brisket sandwich? So I've actually been thinking about doing a deconstructed Texas Twinkie sandwich. So a bun, chopped brisket, bacon, and a little bit of sauce, and then that dip on top.
hmm
And the problem is with that dip, if you heat it up, it falls all over the place.
Yep.
It's got to be it's got to be cold. So then you're putting cold stuff on warm stuff, and you you just run that risk of different mouthfeel kind of thing. But
Yep.
um, I've been playing around with that. I've also, since the cafe has a panini press, I've been playing around with brisket grilled cheese sandwiches as far as specials go. But if I don't do it, I, you go somewhere and buy a Texas Twinkie, which is basically just a bacon wrapped jalapeno stuffed with like brisket and cream cheese and stuff.
hmm
But they're huge, I guess. I don't know where they find these jalapenos at, but I don't know.
Texas.
Yeah, I guess so. Straight from the motherland. Um, yeah, so that brisket dip cost $8. How much am I going to put on a sandwich? Am I going to put enough on there to so you can actually taste it?
hmm
So those are like things I think about. But I find the funny stuff and just try to make it a sandwich. Like did the jalapeno popper dip, and I put that on
Yeah.
as a spread on the sandwich.
So I don't know if I'm alone as far as food truck owners go and when they're shopping and finding random stuff to do specials with. I am not really thinking food cost. It's like
No, yeah,
I'm
not
going to do
really.
this and this and this and this, and I'm going to charge this amount for it without ever doing any of the math, and just kind of hope we're going to at least break even on
No,
it.
what we did a couple weeks ago with the food costing. That's the first time I'd ever done it,
Yeah.
and it opened my eyes for sure.
Mhm.
Justin said brick and mortars have walk-ins so they can buy wings early in the season before the Super Bowl rush. It's not that much of a loss for them. That's what makes it hard for food trucks to do those type of things. It's off that it's if it's a chain, their warehouse is buying Super Bowl wings in March.
Yeah. So when I talked to GFS right around the Super Bowl time, when they had their wing prices skyrocketed, um, they said that they had had a meeting the week earlier about a huge avian flu breakout, um, and that was part of the driver for wing prices doubling over that month and a half. Um, egg prices also went up during that time, but I mean, no one notices as much as I mean, especially for us for food trucks, and we're focusing on the other proteins. But yeah, wings or eggs went up by like 75%. They're still a little high than they were, but I mean, we're not at the $4 a dozen that we were a couple years ago. But the penny saver eggs at Meyer were back down to $1 um, late fall last year, and I paid $1.70 a dozen for them yesterday. So um, yeah, so that was part of it. But yeah, definitely there is a supply and demand for wings around Super Bowl time. Um, I have no doubt that we'll be back down to the $50 a case range
Yeah,
for them come spring summer. So Anywho, but yeah, there's been so many times where I've kind of thrown together a special and not really done the math on, and it's for me, it's a what do I think I could sell this for? What would I pay for it? And that's kind of what I put out there. Um, but like our strawberry shortcake, that was so on a whim, and I have no idea what that food cost ended up being, or if we even made
Yeah.
money on them. So, I kind of did the whole, okay, what's this little shortcake bowl cost, and just kind of went from there. Like, had a pretty good idea if I'm going to recoup costs at least, you know. Um, but I think we're going to approach things a lot differently now that I'm glad that the spreadsheet opened your eyes.
Oh yeah.
We were
sure.
we were pretty close to where I thought we were. If anything, I think we were a little bit better than I thought we were on some stuff. So, but yeah, now having the foundation there, it makes it easier to kind of go forward with specials and stuff. So, and I still have a long ways to go on that spreadsheet. And like our rub that we make, I mean, it's a 25-pound batch. I still have not priced that out to what it cost me to make a shaker of it.
Well, you might want to do that.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to. I got tired of math and those other projects. And now here we are. I thought I had plenty of time, and we open in 2 weeks, and I'm going to be gone for 4 days of those. So here we are.
Mm-hmm.
And for those food truck owners, and I imagine this is a really hard time for everybody, especially if you're not open through the winter, where we're getting down to those last month before we open, and you're looking at the business bank account as money's just been kind of trickling out of it all winter. And you're like, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? Are we going to be able to buy food for the first week? Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? It's my least favorite 3 weeks out of the year, a month out of the year. I hate it.
At the end of the day, is you're not the only one that thinks that.
Yeah. It is very stressful. And I know that we're okay and there's money there. And back to we're behind schedule for where we would like to be growth wise because of COVID. So I know there will be a year where that thought doesn't really cross my mind anymore. I'm looking forward to it. Hoping next spring is that year.
When can that happen?
Next spring. I'm going for next spring.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. That's my goal for this year, is to not stress about next opening day.
Good to know.
Yeah. That's what I had.
Okay. Well,
I'm all done. I got nothing else.
just came across a reel of a mother holding a sippy cup to her baby, and they zoomed in, and it's just on the baby's cheek, and she's not even looking. Anyway, sorry. That's sometimes you just get these funny things. Oh, Josh had a squirrel moment.
Yeah, I just remembered. While I'm out in Vegas, I'm looking forward to going someplace.
Oh.
Did you just roll your eyes at me? Was that
no? I was yawning. Sorry, you were talking. I was yawning.
Pam, Josh, when you get back from Vegas, we could. Sorry, that was a Pam message that was not meant for on the air.
As you're reading it, yeah, awesome, great job.
I only read half of it. Anyways, so the Chef movie with Favreau and John Leguizamo.
Yep.
So I think it's Roy Choi that taught him how to cook for the show, for the movie. And then is that who's with him on the Chef show on Netflix too? Is it Roy Choi? Is that right?
I don't know.
Justin saying, yep. I'm assuming that's in for me.
Could be.
Anyways, they have opened a restaurant. It's called El Jefe, and it's the food that was on the movie. So they have a food truck inside one of the casinos, and it's called El Jefe, and they just opened, I think, a month ago. So I'm looking forward to going and get a Cubano from the truck.
Get the actual Cubano?
Get the actual Cubano. So looking forward to that. That'll be fun. I think
it does sound like fun.
Yeah. I think we might be doing a little bit of live footage from the desert too while we're out there on a different YouTube channel. So working on some stuff.
You're going sightseeing though?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a busy few days. now looking at weather, there is a 40% chance of rain one day. My weather luck, I tell you, out there is unreal. So, yep, we're heading. We'll hit 4 states. I think we'll be California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona in total by the time we're done. Heading out to uh, Baker's, California, to visit Alien Fresh Jerky. The whole town's a tourist trap in between LA and Vegas. Everything in the town's like alien themed. And there's this jerky store there that is, from what I hear, is pretty cool. So we're going to drive out there and then drive back around a loop into Red Rock Canyons and stuff.
Did you know there's a state within Nevada?
State of confusion?
There's an actual
delusion.
I believe it's 1 square mile state. They call themselves a state. They have their own president, their own laws. There's like, basically it's a person who created this. Yeah. Anyway, they have their own rules, laws, things like that. But it's
okay.
It's in Nevada, so you can definitely get pulled. Don't get pulled over through the one tiny 1 square mile state.
So it's kind of like it was there's a spot that's on the border of, I think it's Oregon and Washington, that they actually were applying for statehood. And the day that it was supposed to go for a vote, gosh, what happened? I think it was Pearl Harbor Day. So the day that it was scheduled to go for a vote for their statehood was on Pearl Harbor Day, and it got shelved for like ever.
Yeah.
But they have signs up that you're entering the state of whatever. So as far as they're concerned, they are their own state. And I think maybe they were filing for secession even, maybe. I don't know. It was weird.
I'm surprised Texas hasn't done that.
Yeah. Give it another little bit of time.
Right.
So yeah, we're doing that. We're heading out to Zion National Park for a quick drive of 7-hour round trip. Head out to the Grand Canyon for afternoon. Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Do some gambling and go roam in the desert looking for hookers and below.
The Chicken Ranch is the other one. There's a Bunny Ranch and the Chicken Ranch.
I'm not surprised you know the names of all these places.
No, I came across it the other day on TikTok. Somebody was like videoing it. There's 17
about your algorithm.
Shut up. There's 17 counties in Nevada, and 10 of them have legal prostitution.
Clark County is not one of them.
Clark County is not one. Even though, has your son ever been out there?
No.
Tell him not to go up to the guys that are smacking the things on their hand.
Oh, the clippers, yeah. They don't have them anymore, really. They're by and large gone. I loved them. I tried to collect them all, like Pokemon cards.
They're like gift cards.
I would take them from everybody.
Yeah.
We'd have like a stack like that tall in the hotel room. It was awesome.
Then the morning you walked on the sidewalk and they're all over the place.
Yeah.
I've never been there, so I've heard. That's rumor from what I've heard.
To be like you couldn't go 5 feet without somebody doing them. And intersections were really bad. There'd be like 10 of them at every intersection. But now there's hardly any of them. So.
I hear there's a cool ice bar. 30. I think it's 32 below or something like that.
The ice bar we went to in Iceland was like it's cold. I mean, who wants to sit on a block of ice?
My buddy got in his entourage got kicked out because they broke one of the sculptures. He backed up into it and it fell.
Yeah, everything's slippery. You have to watch your drink so you don't set it in the wrong spot so it starts to slide. Like it
starts to freeze and you can't pick it up.
It's just I don't know. It's a cool novelty. I did it once. I don't ever need to go to another ice bar.
All right, I gotta ask. What about the sphere?
Still not sure. I don't know. I don't know that I want to pay for it right now.
Supposedly you can at least see the outside of it when you're flying. Like it's
you can see the outside of it from a lot of places.
Yeah.
We'll definitely go in the vicinity and check it out. I don't know that I want to pay the $100 a person to go through to do the Earth, whatever. I don't know. It's and it's like 2 hours, so
Yeah.
we're going to be gone so much of the time during the day that I don't think we'll probably do that. So we'll probably stick to normal strip stuff. We'll go by there, we'll check it out and see if anybody's climbing today. So
well, the Sphere Experience has Aura, the real life robot.
yeah.
Uh,
So if you do the Earth, whatever the Earth thing is, the AI experience in the lobby is all part of that. You can talk to AI robots and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
suppose
it's
they
super
lost a
busy.
shit ton of money so far on it.
That's not surprising.
The only money maker was the U2 concert. Everything else has been
$100 million loss in the first quarter.
the middle to end of April. Fish is going to be there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool event venue, and they'll make their money back for sure. But can you imagine something like having the NFL draft there?
Oof, that'd be kind of neat.
There's a lot of cool stuff I think they can do with it, and I'm not surprised they lost money in the first quarter that they were open.
Well, considering it looks like May 16th through July 13th, they're bringing in Dead and Company, Dead Forever, which looks to be a Grateful Dead tribute band. Okay.
They'll sell. I mean, yeah, it's I will go. It's so busy right now, and the atrium's all new and all that AI stuff new, and I don't. I'll wait another year or two before I go see it. What's inside?
It's the Sphere.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the outside of it.
Yeah, the outside's the cool part.
Yeah. Outside of that, I'm okay.
I've seen many videos with people flying past it and it winking at you. It's a little smiley face on the outside. And just following you as you're going.
So they had a guy climb the outside of it. Well, they didn't have, but somebody climbed the outside of it. Some activist or something or other.
Of course.
And they did nothing cool on the screen. Like they could have had the eyeball following the guy. Somebody said they should have had a ladder on the screen. So it made it look like he was climbing up a ladder. Like all this opportunity, and they did nothing. But
damn.
Whatever. I know.
Speaking of
$10,000 in damage.
Speaking of stupid people.
Yeah.
So it's come out that the Super Bowl streaker.
Not stupid. Genius.
Well, we don't know. They can void the bet. They can absolutely void the bet. So the Super Bowl streaker, rumor has it, or he allegedly,
it's confirmed,
he'll put a dollar amount on a prop bet, and whether there was going to be a Super Bowl streaker or not. And he was the Super Bowl streaker. He got arrested, had to pay $1,000 fine.
So he did the bet and then paid $10,000 for his ticket to the Super Bowl, and the bet won him $50,000.
I thought the bet won him $374,000.
Oh, I didn't think it was that much. I thought it was
I saw $374,000. Something about that.
It was very clear that he was not some sort of wackadoo, or the way that he gave himself up. Like as soon as he knew they were closing in, he went down to the ground, put his hands behind his head, like he wasn't trying to evade anybody. Like
yes, so it was he bet 50,000.
Oh, okay.
And the odds were plus 750. So his last name is Andrade. Ended up running on the field himself, and rumors of him cashing out $374,000 spread like wildfire. According to the LA Times, the offshore betting site never paid the amount after Andrade admitted to the betting scheme during a radio interview.
See, that's where he's dumb. You got to wait until after you cash the bet. You have somebody else take it for you. Yeah.
Dumbass.
But ingenious move. I mean, really.
He's like, I literally spent $42,000 to go to jail.
But if you can cash the ticket, it's all worthwhile. To spend one night in jail, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was
Sale's not super great, but
the $42,000 ticket was a front row seat. That's why he was
Yeah.
able to get out so fast. Yeah. Huh.
yeah, you can't be running down from like the upper deck.
Well, he had a Borat bodysuit on or whatever.
Just
I
awesome.
swear it had something on the front of it. I thought he was doing like a what was it? A advertisement or something.
Like, what it was one of the online casinos for a time, golden
Yeah.
something or other. Because I wonder like what constitutes as a streaker. Do you have to be completely nude? Because he was pretty well clothed.
Yeah, his pants were falling down and showing his bodysuit, but other than that.
But I like how when it happened, they kind of started to mention it on the broadcast. Like, oh, we're not supposed to be talking about it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to discourage people from doing it by not
See,
talking about it.
that's when you need like Pat McAfee on commentary. Because he'll want the cameras to just to get to him. I love McAfee.
So Nickelodeon coverage was like during that point.
So the bodysuit had it was called Vitaly Uncensored was on his bodysuit. His name was Yuri Andrade. Anyway, there's your comical for the day. But he lost it all. Spent $42,000 to go to jail.
Well, I'm gonna try to win my $4 million over the weekend.
I'm rooting for you, bud. I'm rooting
Appreciate
for you.
that. I'm not sure how to go about that with the bankroll I'm taking, but
well,
we'll go with the old college try.
It's going to be a lot of roulette spins on either red or black.
No, I don't like roulette. Not a fan.
It's 50-50 odds. It's the best odds in the house.
It is not 50-50.
How is it not 50-50? Red or black?
Because you have green zero and double green zero. And a lot of casinos are even throwing a triple zero out there.
Yeah, they don't ever come up. So it's 50-50 odds.
No, it's not 50-50. It's close, but it's not.
Yeah, it is. You go in with a positive mindset, Josh, it's 50-50 odds, and you're going to win.
Half the time.
Jesus.
See, it's me that, I'll have a whole bunch of wins right in a row. Like, I got it. And then it's the loss. The one loss I have is all of the money. So it's okay. I'm looking forward to it. I don't go to make money. I go to have fun. I never plan on coming home with the money I take out. So,
I mean, it'd be nice.
It is nice, and I have come back up more times than I've not. So, not necessarily a lot, but it's definitely worked out that way. So,
it'd be nice.
The older I get and the more I win, kind of thing, the harder it is for me to walk away when I'm up. So, which is weird. That's the way it is for me. Oh.
Well,
my application for the city of Grand Rapids has been accepted.
Well, good for you. Oh, I think about that.
Yay. There's $400 well spent for my 5 events in the city. But anyway, all right. That's all I got. I need to talk to you off air. Skip here real quick.
Sure.
Those of you watching
he's
on
going
the
to
YouTube,
yell at me.
I am. Those of you on the YouTube stream, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified.
And tell everybody else.
And share with your friends. Yeah, please. Those of you listening on Riverside, thank you for joining us, and we enjoyed the conversation there. And those that are listening on Spreaker or Audacity or Spotify or all those other places, Apple Podcasts, excuse you, Skippy. Make sure you are following and sharing and liking, and hey, post some comments on those there spots too. That all helps drive the traffic to us. So we're kind of hanging out right at the top 200 of food podcasts in the United States. So Jesus Christ. So let's keep that going. We appreciate all the support, guys, and we will talk to you next week. I think maybe on Monday.
Stay tuned.
Have a great week. Have a great week, everybody. We will keep you posted as always.